What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Tuesday. Birds are chirping and stuff. So, yeah, like I said yesterday, I still don't really know like how to proceed with this, but like I said, we're just gonna treat everything with respect to Kyrie Jackson and his family and all of that stuff. And I know it's still awkward. It's still kind of weird, be talking about football and life stuff, but I know that we're like a positive in a lot of people's days, and we definitely want to keep that up. And also, so a lot of people mentioned not doing the intro outro music, so I don't know, just not gonna do that for like a week or something. I don't know, just feels right. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know what the right thing to do here is, but just always know that we're just trying to do the right thing and be respectful and all that stuff. Yeah. But I was going to say, we're going to try and be funny today, but so when Conan O'Brien was on was it the Late Late Show? No, but what? So not the Tonight Show, but Late Night with Conan O'Brien. So it was his 10-year anniversary, and Mr. T came out with a cake that said 7, and Conan was like, "Mr. T, this is our 10th anniversary, not 7th. Fool, you would have been funny for 7." Because we've been at the show since week 14 of the 2013 season. So this is year 11. Because I remember it was the Blizzard game, right? And where Leslie Frazier blew things at the end. Joe Flacco went 80 yards in 4 plays in 45 seconds, no timeouts, touchdown Marlon. It was Marlon something. Marlon Moore? It wasn't Marlon Jackson. That's a safety for the Colts. But that was such a weird game. Like Toby Gerhardt had like a 60-yard touchdown run, and there was like no scoring the first 3 quarters, and then boom. That was the first episode of the show, and I had scripted and written down every single word. Welcome to the show. Leslie should be fired. Long story longer. So we're heading into year 11. I should get a cake for 2 because I've only been funny for 2. That might be giving me too much credit. Anyways, so Nick Muse, who had surgery is only minor when it's not yours. But as Kevin O'Connell said, he had a minor knee procedure, knee cleanup at the end of OTAs and should be good to go for training camp. Nick Muse posted a video of himself on the gram, working out, looking good, Vikes fan page. Nick Muse posting an update following his knee procedure, almost 100%. Thank you, Lord. So hopefully we'll be at 100% to start training camp here in a couple weeks. And even if he starts training camp on the pup, he can come off at any point during the training camp preseason. So it could just be preemptive, given the Vikings' flexibility and options moving forward. But, I mean, Muse, especially with Hawkinson on blocks potentially to start the season, Muse could be a factor in that tight end room with Bobby Tonyan as well as Munt and Josh Oliver, of course. Next. So Blake Cashman outside, how about that? So he was on the JEROME show last week, and wide-ranging topics about him going back home and his role here in the great state of Minnesota and whatnot. And also, of course, J.J. McCarthy came up. And Cashman said this, quote, "He's going to be a great player for a long time, and I can't wait to continue to see his growth," Cashman said, "not only as a quarterback with his skills, but also becoming an even smarter player, and a Michigan man who never lost to Minnesota." But other than that, and whether it's Cashman or Metellus or basically everyone on this team, like they've all raved about J.J. McCarthy and his work ethic, the way that he's definitely not shy. Like Cashman talked about this too, where McCarthy will just get up, like in like a good way. Like he'll introduce himself. He'll be like, "Hey, I'm J.J. McCarthy," blah, blah, blah. Versus, I mean, a lot of 21-year-olds, young kids coming into the league, they're just sort of timid. They're just trying to find the way. J.J., he's an alpha without being overbearing. Like you could tell, like it's going to be his room, it's going to be his team, and like you got that aura from Michigan, and I think that's going to continue with the Vikings, sometime in the future. Next, freaking J.J. Watt. All right, so J.J. Watt's retired, and I remember a quote like J.J. Watt. So he's from Wisconsin, so of course the land of brats and beer, and it's just like J.J. said, "After I retire, I'm going to be the fattest dude out there." Maybe that might have been a Larry Bird quote, but JJ looks like he's okay. And this happens too. So JJ looks a lot lighter than his playing weight, which is about like 290. Right? Because, I mean, like the diets that some of these linemen have to go through, where they continually have to consume like 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 calories a day just to maintain their size. Because, I mean, some of these guys, like some of these guys are like 6'5", and probably would be like 2 1/4 walking around, but you have to say 6'5", 290, 6'5", 300. Otherwise, you're going to be pushed around in the trenches. And it's crazy, like some of the stuff that they have to do, what they have to consume, like wake up in the middle of the night to eat. And I mean, it sounds fun, but not particularly, right? But JJ, so JJ looks shredded. Of course, he had all the muscle during his playing days, but he looks good to go. And Watt has talked about, hey, D'Amico Ryans, if you need me in the playoffs, let me know. Because I don't know, like that would be a hell of a story, wouldn't it? Like J.J. Watt returns to the Texans, they go on a playoff run. Same thing with Aaron Donald. Like Aaron Donald is not fully retired. Like if and when the Rams get into the playoffs, I guarantee you Aaron Donald just shows up like, what up? I'm here, baby. That's right. But it's still so damn frustrating. So, J.J. Watt, even though he's a stupid Badger, like he has this amazing story where he was delivering pizzas, and then he went to Central Michigan. He was teammates with Antonio Brown. Like he literally was like Forrest Gump for a little bit, and then went to the stupid Badgers and whatever. But also he was taking the pick before Christian Ponder. But also he was originally I don't know if he was like fully committed or like a verbal commit to the Gophers when Glenn Mason was there, because J.J. Watt was going to be a tight end. Like J.J. Watt was going to be Max Williams, Ben Utek, right? And Glenn Mason got fired, and then Watt reopened his stuff and didn't go to the Gophers. But man, when's the last time like the Gophers have secured like a Wisconsin born and bred recruit? I mean, would that have been it? I don't know, man. Although I feel like if JJ probably looks like, I don't know, 250, 260 right now. So if JJ had been a tight end, I feel like he would have been fine. I feel like he would have been a Gronkowski adjacent type tight end. He'd been good to go, man. So there's obviously a lot of sad things going around right now with the Vikings on social media, but nice little timeline cleanse. Harrison Phillips posting attention shark sighting on Lake Minnetonka. Then he posted a video of his little dog, like little Yorkie he had a little shark outfit and just like swimming around. It's good, man. It's good. Well, it's unfortunate. So we've always been dog people, but our two dogs passed away over the last couple of years, and I don't know, like we got a cat, of course, Sylvie. She hasn't made an appearance lately. I'm worried. So the wife says that she doesn't like Sylvie. Basically, it's my and Margaret's cat, and Rocco's to a degree. But the wife just randomly went out last week and just got like all these cat toys. And also, so Sylvie doesn't like still water because she's very fancy. So she doesn't like even fresh water every single morning in the bowl. So she literally has like a cat drinking fountain where you fill it and it plugs in, and it's like a cycling fountain, continually like water. It's so like, when did these become invented? Like when did pets start living better than humans? Because I want one, can't have one. Shoot. Yeah. But yeah, the wife said for her not liking the cat, she sure buys the cat a lot of stuff. Also, so they sell cat litter in 40-pound bags, and that's the most economical way to do it. Now, I know they sell cat litter in like smaller bags, but I'm just saying, so not to get into like the stereotype, but like older people, particularly like older ladies, I feel like they like cats for the company and the companionship and whatnot. But I don't know, like you expect grandma to be carrying around 40 pounds of litter? I mean, I carry 2 of them in from the car, and just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how people do it. Anyways, but long story longer, like dogs on the lake, fantastic. It's one of the best things. Yeah. Also, best thing. So Joe Burrow might be a genius. And I think it's because of that LSU education, not Ohio State, LSU. So Ari Mera tweet this out. Joe Burrow said, part of my take that if the NFL goes to 18 games, there should be 2 bye weeks. He suggests one of the byes should be around week 13 for the entire NFL with Pro Bowl festivities that week, similar to the NBA's All-Star Weekend. I would be down with that. Now, there's been some pushback, blah, 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 but I feel like a mid-season All-Star game, which is like 2/3 of the way through the season, I feel like that would be good to go. And so that would be roughly Thanksgiving-ish. Yeah, so maybe you'd run into some conflict there, but I don't know, anything to spice things up. Like, the Pro Bowl Skills Challenge is kind of cool. I'm glad that they did away with the game. Like, guys didn't take it seriously anyways, but I don't know, would it boost the ratings per se? I don't know, but all it would take is just one dude getting injured playing dodgeball. That's it. Like, I mean, there's a reason why it's at the end of the year, but yeah. Well, it's at the end of the year because it used to be an actual trip to Hawaii, and guys used to actually play hard in it way back in the day. Additionally, by adding a second bye week and an extra game, the Super Bowl would fall on the Sunday before President's Day, giving most of the country a day off after the biggest game of the year. I've always said that the date for President's Day is because of George Washington's birthday, which is so stupid. Like, let's change things. And I've always said that the president I declare, I didn't say it, I declared it, that would make President's Day a floating holiday always on the Monday following the Super Bowl would be the most popular president out there. Doesn't matter which party. Hell, Mr. Beast could be president. That should be his one of his goals in the first 100 days. Do that up. Come on, Jimmy. Yeah. But yeah, Joe Burrow's onto something. Well, the Pro Bowl, it's whatever. And also the 18-game schedule is inevitable once, I think it's 5 years of the 17-game season that they have to go with. It might be 10. But yeah, 18-game season is coming. But yeah, push that one back or move President's Day. I don't care, man. Do that. Also, so it's so funny that Belichick is out here getting filmed. What you have to do here is, if you want to get a better shot of the Jets, is you have to do that atrium above the mezzanine, which is a really good angle of the field. But apparently Belichick and his lady friend are still doing things. Now, I know that everyone has their opinion on stuff, sure, but I don't know. Well, if both parties are happy, that's whatever. Yeah. That's still, well. I don't know. To each their own. Next. So CeeDee Lamb. So CeeDee Lamb is in the midst of a contract negotiation with the Cowboys. I don't think that he's going to get the bag this offseason. And, of course, Justin Jefferson getting his contract. A lot of people, blah, blah, blah. But so Brendan Laurie, Cowboys blogger, he tweeted out about CeeDee Lamb's upcoming youth football camp, and also he mentioned it's about the kids and giving back to the community. However, if the media is present, it could be the first time Lamb speaks about his potential contract, blah, 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 blah. And respect to CeeDee. So he came out and said, I'm not speaking about any contract negotiations. If that's your question, you'll get zero answers. It's about the kids. I respect that. And a lot of these things, whether it's youth camps or whether it's charity events, media will be there, and they'll cover the event. But there's always one enterprising media jackal, and I kind of respected that. Always just tried to get a little substantial question in, whether it be about the season, whether it be about contract, whether it be about whatever. But I respect CeeDee, just like no. Also is, so the Dallas Stars, F. Norm Green, that's all. But the Dallas Stars are launching a free ad-supported streaming service for all live games and no blackouts, which would be kind of nice. The Twins should take note here. And actually, I think the future eventually will be whatever your favorite team is, you can pay a yearly subscription or a monthly fee or whatever, and you can stream them, whether on your phone, tablet, TV, whatever, and you can watch your team. You don't have to pay for the entire Sunday ticket package. You don't have to have blackout restrictions. You don't need NBA League Pass. You don't need anything like that. That's all the people want. And the leagues, of course, and the networks, of course, are petrified. It's like, hey, we're going to lose revenue. you're going to gain so much more because, I mean, there's think about it, there's so many Vikings fans who live out of market who, follow the team through Twitter or follow the team on maybe some less than dubious streams. I don't know, but mainly because they're not going to pay for Sunday ticket. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in this economy, are in that same boat, and extrapolate that to every single sport. And it's just like the Twins and Bally's. Just go to a Minnesota Twins app. You can have ads on there. You can have sponsors on there. You can charge a monthly or yearly fee and let people watch the games. I mean, you're literally, because of the stupid Bally's stuff, I mean, you're literally losing a season of baseball, and the Twins are really good this year. Up and coming this year. There's a lot of young up and coming names too, and people are interested. But if they can't see them, or if it's a hassle to see them, you're gonna lose interest. That's all, man. Lastly, so this is great. Someone named Gigi tweeted this out. LMAO. That made me sound like old man. Laugh my ass off. I order Chinese food so much the guy knows my voice and makes little jokes when I order. There is something so great about just being a regular at a place where it's almost like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. Now, there's a local Vietnamese place we go to, and I don't want to say the name because it's not because I don't want to hype them up. It's because I don't want people to know where I live. But so great Vietnamese place. We'll probably go or probably order from there maybe like 2-3 times a month on average. But the usual Vietnamese order. Now, there's a lot of food for a family of 4.5, right? But this could be like 2 or 3 meals, which is pretty fantastic. Also, like the reheated Vietnamese egg rolls in the air fryer. Baby, come on, man. But the usual Vietnamese order, special pho for me, and it's great because you get the meatballs, you get the brisket, you get the tendons, you get all of the accoutrements. Great. Pad Thai for the wife and no spice. Steamed dumplings, 2 orders for the kids. Kids just love dumplings, and it's just like watching them just like. It's like, I want a dumpling. Come on, man. Chicken lo mein, no vegetables for the kids, but mainly for Margaret. Chicken wings for everyone. Spring rolls for me. I know, like, no one else likes them. How can you not like spring roll? And the Vietnamese egg rolls for the wife. So, long story longer. So, when we call it in, obviously the phone number pops up and blah, blah, blah. But the matriarch, the older female owner of the place, like, she knows my voice, and she knows the order, basically rambles it off before I can even talk about it. God forbid I ever change things up, because I don't think I'll be able to get a word in edgewise. Special pho pad, I'm allowed to do this. Special pho pad Thai, steamed dumplings, chicken lo mein, chicken wings, spring roll, Vietnamese egg roll, daddy. Yeah. But she's like, oh, chicken lo mein, no vegetable for your beautiful half daughter. And by half, she means half Asian. And because no one gives an F less than older Asian women. Like, they will say whatever is on their mind, and I respect it. Because, I mean, there's so many times that I just want to let my inner voice win, but I hold back. It's the whole Minnesota nice thing. But like older Asian women will just say whatever, and it's fantastic. It's great, man. But hopefully I had some chuckles. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.